I see someone that's homeless, I always wonder what the backstory is that led to where they are.
People are hurting. They're really hurting. Not only are they hurting, they're lost.
I was praying for death every day. I knew there was no way out.
A new documentary aims to raise awareness about homelessness and challenge common misconceptions. Americans with No Address looks at homeless communities in 20 major cities, including Chicago.
Joining us now is director of the documentary, Julia Burden. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I know not everyone on the street has mental illness or a drug problem, but there's a good chunk of that population there. And it seems did that start with shutting down the mental health institutions in the 80s?
Absolutely, because then there was nowhere for people to go and get treatment. And so what's happened is they've ended up on the streets. A lot of them are in a lot of pain, hearing voices in their heads, just wanting kind of peace and quiet. So then they end up resorting to drugs just to try and kind of like normalize themselves. And so the problem then just compounds itself. It's really tragic. I mean, we have a mental health crisis in America.
So for this documentary, you went on a 3-week bus tour, 20 cities, 18 different states. Tell people if you learned anything about the homeless population that surprised you.
Well, what I did certainly learn was that there are a lot of regular people out there who've just fallen down on their luck, not able to pay the rent, not able to keep up with the economy. There's a lot of older women on the streets, and the growth of the number of older women on the streets is growing. You know, many of them had lost husbands. It's hard to keep up with technology when you get older and you're not brought up on that generation, so had not been aware that they were about to be evicted, not had known kind of what to do about it, and so end up being pushed out of their homes. And now these poor older women who should be being looked after somewhere are struggling with living on the streets.
Is the reason that this problem persists in one of the wealthiest nations on earth is that it is an expensive problem to fix and perhaps not politically attainable to raise taxes to pay for that help?
I think it seems to me that there's plenty of money to fix it. It just needs to be spent in the right way. I would urge everyone working in governmental positions dealing with this issue to actually go out on the streets and get a real sense of what the problem is and what the needs of those people are. We saw one of the inspiring things that we took away from our trip was that there's a lot of great work being done, and a lot of it's being done in the private sector, when they have facilities with wraparound services for mental health, addiction. They give the people at the shelter job training and really look after them to rehabilitate themselves back into society.
Well, you can check out Americans with No Address. It's available on demand on Paramount Plus or on Paramount Plus. You can get more details at their website and also on the socials. Thanks so much for being with us, Julia.
Thank you for having me.